Good evening, practice cadets. My name is Howard, and I'm on the set of WBIG.TV's Lounge Academy show, and we're here. I'm going to practice. We're going to practice and possibly discuss other topics of general interest while we're practicing. And I appreciate your being here to help me pass the time and to inspire me to complete my practicing instead of doing something like Facebooking or, some other distraction. So you're the distraction, a positive distraction. We're at Lounge Academy practice. Ooh, yeah. Oh, we're practicing at Lounge Academy. This is a great place to practice. We've got this big old place. People call it a mansion. It's a small mansion or a big house. But everyone agrees it's very old and in a very odd place. We're right downtown in the way of everything. We're old and in the way. We're in each other's way, which is fun. Adjust Mr. Cameraman Robot so you could see more of the keys in case, which is better than looking at me. I think most people would agree on that. Another thing we could all agree on. It's important to find points of agreement in today's society, don't you think? Good to be agreeable. Not everybody will agree on that. Oh, yeah. One of the things I do when I practice, and you might want to do this when you're watching, I try to relax. You don't want to get that muscle tension, you get a backache or a neck ache. That's no fun. You want to be a pain in the neck, not have a pain in the neck. That's the secret to life. Here's a song from Glenn Miller that I haven't played in a while, so it definitely needs practice. really the only reason for practicing these kinds of things is just to remember the roadmap, you know? It's not like you got to, because you can play whatever you want, you know? So just got to remember the words and the chords. Why do robins sing in December? Long before the springtime is due. And even though it's snowing, violets are growing. I know why, and so do you. Do you? Why do breezes sigh every evening, whispering your name as they do? And by the feeling, stars are on my ceiling. I know why, and so do you. When you smile at me, I hear gypsy violins. When you dance with me, I'm in heaven when the music begins. I can see the sun when it's raining, hiding every cloud from my view. And why do I see rainbows when you're in my arms? I know why, and so do you. I know why, and so do you. That was from one of the, thank you, everybody. I'm assuming you're giving me polite encouragement. That was from one of the 2 movies that he made, that Glenn Miller did before his tragic, untimely death during the war. I always forget which movie is which. One is called Serenade. Sun Valley Serenade, and the other one is Orchestra Wives. And I've seen them both, but I gotta watch them again. Then I won't mix up which song goes to which story. They were on YouTube. The music is incredible, as you could expect. So the Glenn Miller Band, it's about the Glenn Miller Band. They kind of like play themselves. It's a Monday night. It's September 7th, 2020. A year that will go down in infamy. Hope it's working out for you. You know what 2020 is about? I mean, if you try to thrive in chaos. I believe, you got to make the most of things. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, right? Open a lemonade stand. I see it as like a reordering, which can be used to your advantage. It's like somebody took all the game pieces and threw them up in the air from like a board game. And you might have been screwed before, right? Where, the big guys are the big guys, and it's hard to, encroach on their success, or, play in their sandbox. Whatever thing got thrown up in the air, So it's like, you got a shot at just like moving in there on them, you know what I mean? Just moving in there on them. So, make your moves while you can. You could be like, own the next bank or something. I'm working on busting a big move. You'll see soon, very soon. That last song was in the people's key of E flat. So I'm thinking, what other songs do I need to practice that are in E flat? I'm sure there's a lot of them, waiting for one to come to mind. That way I won't have to move my fingers far from the key we're already in. It'll conserve energy. Your eyes, this one's in. Come on, there's got to be more than one song I know in E flat, for crying out loud. Or two. I mean, I thought it two. What else do I need to rehearse it? I guess that means we're supposed to do this one. Your eyes don't shine, ooh, like they used to shine, and that thrill is gone when your lips touch mine. I'm afraid the masquerade is over. Oh yeah, and so is love. Ooh, and so what they used to mean. They were once inspired, now they're just routine. I'm afraid the masquerade is over. Oh, and so is love. Ooh, and so is love. It's a lovely song. It's a nice song. A well-crafted song. Now screw around with the machine. Turn the robot back on. Robot cameraman. I'm adjusting it manually to try to get the keyboard in the shot. See, now I'm a little bit on the side of the screen instead of being centered. See, if I do this, you can see the whole keyboard. Ooh, yeah. It's kind of fun playing like this, all scrunched up like this. It's like being in a little compact car. You ever get in somebody's car and they got a really small car? And you're just like, yeah, hi, windshield. Let's stop for a donut so I don't have to lick the windshield. I never got comfortable with small cars, you know. I like big American cars. In fact, I drove here tonight in a Crown Victoria. You know, one of the last of the big cars. And, you know, feels like a car. It's horrible on gas. I'm not that good on gas either. But I make up for the energy because my carbon footprint, because this piano, you know, my pastime, or one of them, doesn't produce a carbon footprint. You know, it did in 1929 when they built it, and they had to chase down the elephant and slaughter him in front of his friends, and pull his tusks out and take them down to one of those factories, like the one we have. The building is still there at the end of Vulcan Street in Buffalo, where they used to make piano keys. You know, I love elephants. I mean, boy, you look at them and they're just so smart and so emotional, and you know, they dig the same stuff that we do, you know. But you know what? Man, ivory keys feel great. You know, the plastic keys, you know, it's like, yeah, they're probably okay. But, you know, a lot of it might be, you just know they're plastic. Maybe, you know, no, they're not as good. What am I saying? They're not as good. So, thank you, elephant. He'd be gone by now anyway, right? I try to, like, deal with it somehow. We got rid of all our elephants in Buffalo, quietly. Buffalo Zoo, and which I'm sad because I miss the elephants. They were good neighbors of ours. You know, we own a house right across from the zoo, and now they're not there. They sent them to some other zoo. Like, what's that? You know, the elephants were probably sad to leave too. People don't like to leave Buffalo. And elephants have a long memory. You know, they're going to remember all the buffalo stuff for a long time. I wouldn't be surprised if they show up again. Expats. I wonder if their elephant house at their new zoo that they're at, I wonder if it's full of all kinds of like buffalo knickknacks, like people who move away from Buffalo. People here, like, we don't have those things, you know. I don't know, it just doesn't occur to us. But you go visit somebody that moved from Buffalo, and they got all this Buffalo stuff, all this baloney all over their house, right? They got the little bison statues and the little plaques on the wall with like some Buffalo thing on them, you know, and so why'd you leave, right? Why'd you leave if you're that hung up on Buffalo? Serves them right? They suffer forever for leaving. You shouldn't leave Buffalo. And more importantly, you should not move to Buffalo. Don't listen to what all those cheerleaders say. They think, you know, if we get people moving here that we're going to be happier for some reason, so we could like sit behind your SUV and smog all day and like wait to get to our pizza store and instead of just zipping there like we can now. I don't want traffic. I like the people we got. You know, until you've met, right? Until you've met everybody in Buffalo, why are you inviting people to move to Buffalo? Like you've used up all the people in Buffalo and you need new ones? It doesn't make any sense. You know, and then they say, well, they'll pay taxes. Yeah, like that's gonna lower our taxes or make more stuff for us, right? That never happens. So forget about that. Just be happy. We got it made here. Then the houses all go up, right? Because people move here. So, that's great. So now you're rich. So what do? They just doubled my property taxes, right? I'm real happy about that. So what good does that do me? Like, oh goody, you know, I've got like a wealth effect, right? I think I'm made out of money because they raise the value of my building, of my house. But you can't move and buy another one. I mean, if you want to get a better one, that one doubled in price. So now you're really paying more. There's a kind of a psychology, I think, to all that Buffalo boosting. See, now if I was president of the Chamber of Commerce, I'd tell people it sucks here, you know, because we're better off without a lot of people, so we can really enjoy everything. We all get a bigger piece of everything that's here. You go to the beach, you get more sand. You drive down the street, you got more space between you and the next guy. If you're single and you meet a girl, she's got less boyfriends, so you can spend more time with her. It's simple math. But anyway, there's a psychology to it, I think. I'm the world's worst psychiatrist, or I don't understand them. Maybe I understand better than other people the complexity and incalculability of people's thoughts and emotions. So you just shouldn't try to figure it out. You shouldn't try to figure out your own, and you shouldn't try to figure out anybody else's. It's like trying to figure out a zillion supercomputers, right? When we can't even change the clock in our car, right? But there's this psychology, I think, where people think it's what other people see you as is important. So if somebody in Bulldozer, Wyoming thinks for a microsecond, because that's all they're going to think about. Like, say we do something great. Let's say Buffalo takes the grain elevators and uses them to start their own space program. Okay, so like they're shaped like rockets. Some genius figured out we turn them into rockets, so we have our own, SpaceX, Buffalo X, right? I'm just saying there's an example of doing something like really cool, right? Like we did something like, it could be anything. Like we built this great waterfront or a great bridge or something, right? And that's supposed to be a signature that shows other people, like, hey, look at us, like we got our act together. So even if we're successful at doing this, a space mission, to pick the most outrageous thing, right? The guy in Bulldozer, Wyoming would go, hey, wow, way to go, right? Then he goes out and he has to walk the dog and he doesn't think about us anymore after that. So we do all that so somebody could, think we're cool for like 3 seconds, and then they get on with their life and they forget all about it. But to people, that's important, right? It's how we are to somebody else. We don't care how it is for us, it seems. Am I right? That's my theory. I don't try to go too deep into the theory because, as I said, I'm not good at figuring out like why people think things or feel things or anything. I mean, I care about how they, what they think and what they feel, but I don't try to change it. You know what I mean? Why would I want to do that? Everybody's a work of art. You don't go to the art gallery and then like figure it out, study it and figure out because you want to change it. Leave it alone. Leave everybody alone. Let them be what they want to be. Let them think what they want to think and believe what they want to believe. There was like a punctuation mark to my diatribe. That's the beauty of music. You can express yourself. Making some adjustments here. Okay. I'm micromanaging the robot cameraman. It has artificial intelligence, so every day it's a little smarter. So I'm going to start doing like crossword puzzles and brain teasers and things so I could keep up with him. So he doesn't pass me. Right, cameraman? Yeah, see, he's agreeing. He falls for every joke I pull. Pretty soon he won't. If he gets any smarter with that artificial intelligence, I'll be the one holding the camera and he'll be playing the piano. I should play something out of a book, because that's practice too. I'll forget how to do it. But instead, maybe I'll do this instead. It's task judo. You do one thing to avoid doing something else. It's a secret to getting things done. I had the craziest dream last night, yes I did. I never thought I could be, but there you were in love with me. I saw your lips next to mine, so I kissed them. You didn't mind it at all. When I'm awake, such a break never happens. How long can a guy go on dreaming? If there's a chance that you care, then please say you do, my baby. Say it and make my crazy dreams come true. Oh yeah. Ooh, say it and make my crazy dreams come true. Well, that song went pretty quickly. I should play it a few times because it needs some work. But I feel sorry for you, so I won't. Look at robot quick. See, Mr. Artificial Intelligence needs me. Think you're smarter than me? Yeah, good. Kept up. Today is Labor Day. Look, the thing, I look out the window and the robot loses my face. Pay attention, robot. I'll sit way up here so you can see the keys. Today's Labor Day. It's Monday. It's also Garbage Day Eve here. Not downtown, but in North Buffalo by the zoo. Back to the zoo. So the big question is, are they going to pick up the garbage tomorrow like they normally would on a Tuesday? Or is the Garbage Day holiday moved because it interfered with the Labor Day holiday? These are things people pretend they have the answers to these kind of questions. And even if they think they do, they don't. You don't know until you know. Wait a minute, I got it mixed up. It's garbage night downtown. It's Garbage Day Eve here at Lounge Academy. They stiffed me last week and didn't pick up the garbage. I felt like a fool. I felt like everybody was looking out of the skyscrapers laughing at me as I pulled the tote back and filled up and put it back behind the house. I'm the only one on the block with a garbage can. So lots of times lots of times they don't bother coming down here. Ooh, yeah, yeah. We ended that one unceremoniously. Well, something really exciting happened. I just started videoing these practice sessions recently for YouTube. Very recently. Like this is the third or fourth one. Third one, fourth one. And somebody commented and subscribed today, like a real person, like somebody I don't know. And he had some very interesting points he made. And tomorrow, I think instead of answering them, because I was giving some thought to his questions and observations. And he was very encouraging. I appreciate it. If you're out there watching, sir, thank you. And I'm going to, I think instead of just writing back a comment in YouTube, I think we'll discuss your situation on tomorrow night's show, if I have a tomorrow night's show. Which I plan on doing, it's practice. You're supposed to practice every day. According to best practices. Come with me as I turn off that annoying beep in the background. See all the clutter around here. That's what happens when you don't entertain guests during COVID pandemics is you don't have a reason to hide everything, clean up. You don't have a reason to throw everything in a closet because they're coming over. It's not too bad though. I could get this place in shape. I'm giving a lot of clues to some people out there that are dying for clues about certain things. I'm not leaving quite enough clues to figure it out. Ha ha. I'm dancing with the gimbal. Mr. Gimbal is our cameraman. Maybe if I move it behind me a little more, I'll have to crane my neck a little more, but it'll aim more at the keys without me having to center myself. Everything's always an experiment. That's when you practice. See, I consider using the cameras and stuff part of the practice because we for years, and we still do, we're just on a once in a lifetime summer hiatus, which will maybe end soon because now it's Labor Day, where we do a Friday night show every week right from here. Big name entertainers come by and hang out, and we televise it, and there's all these fabulous people all over the world that join in. And I forgot why I brought that up. Oh yeah, so I gotta rehearse using the technology, you know. Now this is not the camera system we use. We do a 4-camera shoot. That's what this control panel is that I just collapsed by touching it. And see all these buttons. There's cameras all over here. This is a studio for all intents and purposes. Well, I haven't touched this thing in like years. I just press the button and it works. Now it's at a different angle. Well, I'll figure it out. So anyway, if you're watching because you're a musician, a pianist, singer, piano guy, piano entertainer, then it's something to think about, right? You probably have your own thoughts on that. You know, even an acoustic piano, we're unplugged, and you think, well, you know. But now, because of live streaming and everything else, video recording, audio recording, there's a lot of gear involved, even if you're not using electronic keyboards, which adds layers and layers of technology, which we don't bother with here. I got that out of my system years ago. I actually was a dealer for all that stuff. I had a music business. And ironically, I just dig acoustic. I just, that's all I want to do. I get too distracted by all the gear when I had it, you know. I used to like to just sell it. Well, this is going to conclude tonight's practice session. Thank you for making a practice session so special. It's great to have my friends chiming in on YouTube and either suggesting things or suggesting that they've actually gleaned something useful from all this, whether it's about music or more likely about general topics of the day. Tonight, what did we cover tonight? I'll have to watch it to find out. We were talking about the concept of promoting Buffalo. We're sharing our thoughts on that. Cameraman, look at him go. Good job tonight. Cameraman, you're right on it, on your game. Okay, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much. Happy Garbage Day.